Hi everybody, welcome to Unit 2 Geometry Basics. This is going to be video 1. We're going to talk about just basic geometry vocabulary right now. So there's a little note over here. If you'd like to customize your digital notebooks, you can follow these directions and change the color of the background. You just go to View and Master, and then you can click on that box and you can change it to whatever color you want. Okay, so if you want to do that, you are welcome to do that. I am going to keep mine blue because I like that color. I'm going to go over to the table of contents. This is going to kind of be our pathway, but because we're going to let MathSpace drive our instruction, and I want to go with the order that MathSpace goes in, we're going to change this around a little bit. Today, we're focusing just on this vocabulary basics, and we're going to talk about slides 3 through 7. So if you meet me on slide 3, you'll see that a lot of these vocabulary terms are going to be familiar to you. You might have to dust off some cobwebs in order to remember what they mean. But what I'd like for you to do is pause the video and see which of these pictures and definitions you can match. So what is the picture of the point, the picture of the line, the picture of the line segment? What is a way to write an angle or a plane or a ray or a vertex? So I'm going to pause my screen. You pause yours. You pause the video and see if you can go to your screen and sort as many of those things as you possibly can while I do the same. So welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you actually paused the video and you've got some of these things sorted. A point is just a place in space. It occupies 0 space. So putting a dot on a page is a little misrepresentational because a dot literally has some space. Points have 0 dimensions. They are just a tiny infinitesimal piece. But for today's purposes and for the rest of the year, we are going to just call a point on the page. A line has 2 arrowheads. So this is line N. We should take this over here because there is a name for that. It's also the XY line, so that's maybe a name too. We've got a line segment as XY. We can also pull XY over here. So maybe in order for consistency's sake, we put our picture here and we put the line here. So I'm naming this line XY with the 2 arrowheads. I'm naming this segment XY with the 2 endpoints. And then down here, I've got ray XY with a 1-headed arrow. Okay. Then I've got line XY. I can also name it this way. I've got point X. So that's my name. Plane P. So a plane is like a piece of paper. So just to be clear here, points have 0 dimension. It's just a point in time and space. A line has 2 arrowheads. It's going to go on and on forever in both directions. And we usually name it with the 2 points that create the line. A line segment is a little bit different because it has 2 endpoints. They stop at X and Y. So in this name over here, we've got to have 2 endpoints and no arrows. Rays go on in one direction, so I've got a 1-headed arrow. The image here is the important part. They both have the X and the Y. If we add a third point, Z, this is like a sheet of paper, but planes go on and on forever, so pieces of paper are a little misrepresentational too. Then I've got angle B. Angle B is this angle here. So maybe that's my picture and that's my name. So angle ABC is another way to name that. You can name it with just the vertex, the B, where the point is, that vertex right there, or you can name it ABC to be more clear. This is like saying, hey, my friend is Joe, and hey, Joe's dad is Mr. Doherty, right? And then I've got a vertex, and the vertex is going to be point B. I can also name angles with numbers. So I've got a 1 in there, so I could name it angle 1. And then plane, I can label the plane with 3 letters. And line N is another way to label that line. So I've got all different ways to describe lines, line segments, rays, points, angles, vertices, and planes. And we've got to get good at that. If I went too fast, there is another video here where Ms. Kimbrough explains it. So you're welcome to watch that. Otherwise, make sure you've got your source